Hey, thanks for tuning in. In this video, we're going to discuss the word Sabbath. What does Sabbath literally mean? And what might its meaning imply about the command and our observance of the command? A while back, I was discussing this issue with a Christian associate of mine, and he expressed that he thought the Sabbath had this implication of being a day of study, being a day where we are more mindful of God and more mindful of the Scripture. And this certainly seems to be a common belief that appears in Christian circles and is evidenced by their observance of it, if they do so. However, what does the actual Bible say about this issue? What does the text of the command say? And of course, we see in the command, it uses the word Sabbath, and we have these meanings built up based upon the cultural usage of the term Sabbath, based upon how, for example, Christian circles use the word Sabbath, the meanings that are imparted upon it that may not have been originally intended. And these affect how we interpret the command. So, what does Sabbath literally mean, and what does the text say about it? The word Sabbath comes from the Hebrew word shabbat. And the Hebrew word shabbat comes from the word shabbath, which is a verb that means to cease. It means to cease or to stop or desist. In this case, we're desisting or ceasing from our deeds. We are ceasing from our work. And of course, we see this repeated over and over in regard to the Sabbath, that what we are to do on the Sabbath is we are to cease working. Therefore, knowing the literal meaning of the word Sabbath, knowing the meaning of the word Shabbat, it just further drives home the significance of the command. It drives home what we already knew. We already knew that the command told us to rest on that day, as some translations put it, to cease from our work, and that for 6 days we are to do our deeds, and on the seventh we are to cease from it. So we already knew that resting, stopping working is what was required of us, and this just further reaffirms what the purpose of the Sabbath is, and what the significance of the day is, and what is to be our focus on that day. And therefore, next time you're having a discussion with someone about the Sabbath, maybe someone who doesn't necessarily recognize what the text says about it, maybe someone who has been more accustomed to more traditional views and views that are not actually rooted in the biblical text. Now you can share with them, hey, did you know that Sabbath means the day of ceasing? Did you know that the word Sabbath means to cease? And this maybe would help them to kind of distance themselves from those traditional interpretations if they were to know what a factual, literal interpretation of the word is. So thanks for watching. Feel free to like this video and to share it if you think it could be useful to others. And feel free to subscribe if you have not already so that we can continue to stay in touch. Thanks for watching. Remember the commands. Peace.